So I figured I'd give everybody a tour of my design build project here, the deer stand boat trailer conversion. Still have some finishing touches to do, but figured I'd fill you in on how I put it together. So as you can see, in Texas, AC is critical. I have a block that when I drive down the road that fills this in, but this is a air conditioning unit that I had, generator mount. And so this is on a boat trailer frame that I had to do some field repair on, welded and modified. Thank you, Mr. Bruce Peel. Couldn't have done without you. And so as you can see, some of these rust spots here had me concerned. So I cut back as far as I could. I actually cut about 5 feet off of this thing and welded up a couple of support brackets and whatnot to hold it. And then I made the angle shape so it's better cutting through the wind. The generator in the AC is for summer nights hog hunting. Obviously deer will not like the sound of that. Just your standard, add-on boat deal. And then I found these support legs off of Amazon, 30 bucks for 4 of them, so that was great. And then I made it importantly to where the frame boards that go across actually go over the frame, so that it's sitting on the frame with the lateral boards that go across instead of the end piece. So the end piece is hanging over. The underside of this thing is all coated with a coating spray that I'll show in just a little bit. But basically, this is the boat frame that I used, and I was able to notch a 10-foot 2x6. And then I notched it here to kind of hold the front. And as you can see, there's my trailer wires that I'll eventually cover up just so rats and stuff don't get in the way. And then on the windows, I have little clips here that hold the windows when I open them up. The little chain can hook into this hook right here. The roof, I did a roll of tar paper and then put a piece of brown flashing, and then just ran, let's see if I can get a picture of that. Just ran a tin roof, nothing fancy. Still have some little trimming to do there. That's fine. You can kind of see the tar paper that I ran underneath it. And then on the camo details, my children learned a little technique to take some leaves and whatnot and have it look like actual camo. So kudos to them on a good paint job. These are some windows that I had left over, found that open up. I'll show you that in just a second. And then I ended up making the door swing this way so there's no accidents in case you're driving down the road. The back, I decided to do a full, well, you can see the joint here, but a piece of 1/2-inch plywood and just for a little more side-to-side stability. And I only put that one window in there so that it's a little stronger. It's kind of a better visual of how the boat trailer is attached. I used 2x3s on this thing instead of 2x4s. It saved me about 160 pounds total. And so I think there's 55 or 58 2x3s that I used to frame this thing up. And that was a big step in the right direction, so it's not too heavy. And this thing's balanced pretty well. I have a vent there for in case you're running a heater, just to vent it up. So with that, we'll go inside. And on the door, I just used a little, I didn't want this thing to bow. Just use a little chain to hold it, because in the wind it whips and don't want to rip it off the hinges. So this is the inside. The door latch is I just ran a screw and just to hold the door so you can keep it a little bit open or all the way closed or however you want to do it. I was able to find a commercial carpet vendor that had plenty of extra carpet. So I used some of this styrofoam insulation And then in some areas I doubled it up, but then added this carpet for a little acoustic support. In here, these windows open up, and actually these aluminum windows, they pop out. They slide out, but then I have these little PVC pipes that I can, see if I can do this. And put those PVC pipes in there and hold them up so you can shoot out of those windows if you want to. And then I have some pegboard here for different headlamps and accessories and whatever you want to kind of stage up while you're hunting. And as you can see, I got the executive chair, that's for me. And then here I decided, in case we wanted to hunt, let me come to this side, it may not be as bright. In case you wanted to hunt with the no wind, I put little viewing windows in there. So you could just come right down here and see what you need to see. There you go, just routed it out. And then put a little piece of plexiglass on there, a bigger piece of pegboard. And then, let's see, that's pretty much it. So the roof, I framed with 2x4s just for a little extra support. And then did 24 inches on center, and then added these blocks in here so you could actually hunt from the roof if you want to. I have a accessories shelf for cups and whatnot, extra bullets and rounds and stuff like that. And then these open up with a safety latch, and then these little screws that are kind of a pain to get off, but I figured they'd work themselves in here and then here. So we're still working through finalizing this part of the design. So then this opens all the way up. I latch it up top, let it come down, and then there is your shooter window. So you can open one, you can open all of them. It's totally up to you. And that's it. This is a kid-friendly, family-friendly sleeping quarters. I use liquid nails for everything. Everything is sealed nice and tight. There's my plywood plug for when I'm driving down the road. So screw that back in the hole, and then we're good to go. And that's it. So I hope you enjoy it, and if you need help building one, let me know. I'd be glad to give you any details on how I did anything you see here. Thank you.